Welcome back to What Arty Noobs for General Disturbance. This is an M44, the Tier 6 American SPG. This one is located on the west spawn of Airfield and it's under the command of Running Hawk. Now we're waiting for the countdown to complete. It's a 155mm howitzer mounted in a swivel bracket on a Walker Bulldog hull, and it can do 550 alpha. Game started. Okay, as we see a pair of KV2s moving away to the south. That always sounds interesting for the enemy. If they meet one, they can meet his brother at the same time, and that can be quite deadly to them. But unfortunately, they're in the wrong place. If they went up to the corridor, the normal heavy corridor, which is around about E6, then they might be more deadly. But going to the south, I think they'll probably be underused and possibly attacked by the enemy's Arty. And the enemy does have an Arty in this game, and it's also an M44, I'm afraid. So yes, they're more than likely going to suffer. There you go. Okay, Running Hawk's moved to the far north corner, the northwest corner of the map, and he's now going to aim at the enemy. Okay, selected his first target. He's looking at a T-71DA, which has actually gone into that little alcove. Can't hit that because the rock is too high, but he might be able to get shots on that tank. That's an M4A3E2 Super Jumbo. And he can't see him, but he's fired around in anyway just to see if he can get it. No result, no information, so probably didn't hit it. Oh, a tree went down there, so there's somebody there. Yes, it's a T-43. And it looks like he thinks that he was not seen, but he was. Rounds out, and... oh, yes, a nice hit for 118. And he's taking a lot of damage. In fact, I think he was on fire. And he's gone. Taken out of the game by the T-25 too. Okay, we've got a VK4503, rounds out straight away on him, and direct hit! A lovely little direct hit, no explosion. We know he hit the target. We're just waiting for the right target to fire at now. Now he's fired at the target in that corner. There's a Leo over there. We couldn't see him, so we're going to blind shot him. I think the Tiger 88 is actually firing in that direction, so he might spot that Leo soon. In the meantime, it looks like we might be trying to aim at that KV5. Well, the Tiger is taking damage, and oh, there's a Black Prince, and the Leo's suddenly become visible. 272 hit points of damage on the Black Prince, and that is our priority at the moment, otherwise the Tiger's not going to last very long. And I don't think he will now because he is so... oh yes, so low on health. We fired again at the Black Prince, and we just splashed him on that one. There's a KV5, which is a tier 8 Soviet heavy tank, but it's only got a very weak gun. It's the 107mm ZIL, or ZIS. And oh, didn't get it. That shell hit the rock face instead. We're trying to get another shot at him. The KV5 is famous for having that Dalek cupola on the front of the tank for the machine gunner. Oh, well, that one just hit the tracks, but didn't go through. All it did was stun him and hold him there for a short while. He does have a fair bit of armor, but he can be penetrated. And yet again, we hit him. But no damage. You can see where the shell actually impacted on the engine deck, but it didn't go in and didn't go through. Could this be Russian bias? Well, maybe. Rounds out again from Running Hawk, and a direct hit. This time it hit the turret, I think. Yes, it hit the cupola, which is a weak spot. So that KV5 is taking a heavy damage. And he's just been whacked again by an Oho. And we got a shell into his lower turret, just underneath the mantlet. We're almost about to fire again. Oh, and he blows up. Okay, so we're looking at a TS5. He's gone unspotted just for a moment, But we know he's there. Oh, no, just a bit further back. He's fired just ahead of it. No, it was just a bit further back, that's all. Well, there's some distance between our forces and the enemy at the moment. Well, there's that TS5 again. There you go, you see he was just a little further back. Rounds out. It's going to fall in front of him. It does. Still stuns him though. Oh, and he's taking damage. And more. And it looks like both KV2s are still alive, which is good. But obviously they've taken fire from this TS5, and we get a direct hit this time. And we can't see the target, but we can see the 4503. And we've just given it one last shot on him. No, lost sight of him, and we've lost sight of the 4503 as well. So we really need our team to now start spotting the enemy so that we can lay shells in. Otherwise, we're going to have to go inactive for a while and just take guesses on where the enemy might be. Well, the Leo's announced himself, but he's behind that rock face and we can't hit him from here. And Running Hawk has decided to move, and that might be the smart move. Okay, he's changed position. It'll give him a better angle. He might be able to hit that Leo. Still not using the control button, right hand mouse click on the minimap to extend his aim to a spot that he can see, rather than having to scroll out. That is a much easier way of selecting a new target. I scroll if it's a short distance, but when it's a long distance, I immediately use the minimap method because it's so much quicker. Okay, he's going to try blind shots. There's a Wizzy 120 up there. And a new enemy's turned up near our tanks. It's an E25. Now that T-43 is going to need to be careful to stay behind the rocks, otherwise he'll get proxy spotted and hit by one of the tank destroyers. It looks like he has been stunned, so enemy Arty probably does have shots on that T-43. And that would suggest the enemy Arty is somewhere in the south. Yep, that Arty is still trying to go for the T-43. We haven't got a shot on the E25. That rock face is in the way. And so our T-43 is still going to be vulnerable for a little while. Ah, there's the TS5. He's come up onto Temple Mount. And he's on the move. And we can hit him now. Rounds out. Oh, it landed behind him, stunned him. You can see some of the shells have hit the roof of that TS5. Over on the back, we've got an 88. Now, he's a tank destroyer, but he's also on the move. Round out. And he suddenly stopped, probably to aim to shoot. And so all we did was stun him again. And the 88's down. Our Scorpion got him. Fire around at the TS5 and we've stunned him again. Oh, and he's taking big damage now, so surely that must be some stun assist, I would think. Quite a bit of stun assist. Going for another shot. Work out where he's headed and put the shell there. Oh, just in front of him. Shell exploded beyond him. And our KV2s are coming around the corner. I think they're going to have a word with him at close range. Now, if we can put a round into him, that's certainly going to slow him down. Rounds out. Direct hit on his side, 139. Unfortunately, our KV2 is now vulnerable from that Nashorn. We really do need to hit that Nashorn. Oh, the Nashorn's gone. There's the 4503. Lining him up for a shot. Rounds out. Should be a hit. It is. 203. He's now up to 1,065 hit points overall. And that's not including all the blind shots he did, which must have scored some damage. Okay, so we've now got targets to shoot at. The Leo's come in. He's got a bit closer. He's on the move. Rounds out. That's a bit late. Yep. You need to lead the target enough so that you can get the hit. Unfortunately, we lost that T-43. He was hiding in that little alcove. He's gone. Or is he? No, he's not actually. He's still there. What am I saying? Poor little T-43 is in the next section along. Okay, going for the Leo, but changed our mind. Can't get the E25. He's trying every possibility he can to find the right target to hit. And unfortunately, from his current position, he can't hit the Leo or the E25. So he needs to relocate as quickly as possible. I'd relocate further to the south. He's fired around where he thinks the 4503 is. If he can't get a shot on the target because there's scenery in the way, you need to move target. You need to move location. You can't fire there. The T-43 is too close. If you fire, you will take out your own teammate. He's waiting for the enemy to die. Oh, now he can fire and he gets a hit. 225, but the T-43 gets hit again. He's going after that Leo. He got him. Okay, so it seems to be going in our favour now. We're 3 tanks ahead of the enemy. They've only got 3 left. The 4503, which we're firing at, the WZ-1201FT, and their Arty, the M44, who we haven't seen, but we think he's in the south. Actually, he was around about the cap area. Apparently, last time he was seen. And the WZ-120, well, he's on that edge there, and we can definitely hit that. We're just starting in. He's moved away, but we stunned him. He's using those wrecks for cover as well as the scenery, but next time we're loaded, we should be able to get a shot on target. Okay, we're loaded. Rounds out straight away, and yes, a shot directly on target. 257, he's gone. Only the M44 left to kill. And the Stewie Mill's getting closer to the cap, so if the M44 is still there, we should be able to see him. Now we're just firing at that bush there. It's a guess. Last time the M44 was seen, he was just south of the cap, but he's probably moved position now. He might be up on these heights. Oh no, he has been spotted. He is near the cap. There he is. He came to the cap to probably try and get a shotgun. And he's been killed. T-43 got him in the end. The tank I thought was dead, he's just killed the last enemy tank. So let's have a look at the end of battle stats and see how well he did. Well, it's an Ace Tanker for Running Hawk in the M44. He got a Confederate medal for hitting more of the enemy than anyone else. In fact, he didn't get a single kill in that game, but he did get a Bruiser medal as well for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 11 in that one. Very nice indeed. So let's have a look at the win 8, 3,373. So look at team score. Well, it came to damage. He got the second highest damage in the game. The highest damage went to that WZ-1201 GFT. He managed to get a high caliber and a top gun for 4,424 hit points. Now, I think you probably remember I did recommend this tank a few days ago in one of our videos, saying it's an absolute monster for what it can do on the battlefield. It really is a great premium tank. It's well worth the money, and it's normally in the gift shop at any one time, but of course you probably will be able to get it at a discount when Wargaming puts it up for sale again, with probably some extras, gold or whatever. And sometimes those can be worth getting because the cost of the gold alone can sometimes be more than the value that they're putting it up for, which means that you benefit by getting basically a tank for free. Mind you, it does cost a bit to do that, so you end up with paying what, £50 or £80 for a tank, or I would say what, $80 or $100 for a tank. And I'm afraid that yes, that could be quite expensive, but of course then the gold is worthwhile. And of course, if that's what makes those Christmas boxes worthwhile, because you do get a huge amount of gold which can probably last you for the entire year. But looking at this match again, 2,189 hit points, second highest damage goes to Running Hawk, and after that it was the Scorpion who got 2,099. He got 3 kills in that game. Fortunately, Running Hawk didn't get any kills at all in that game, but that actually did contribute to getting the Confederate. And when it came to base XP, It was Running Hawk who managed to get the highest mount. He got 1,272. 907 goes to that T43, the one that's still alive, and the KV2 who managed to get 852 base experience points, and both KV2s did die in the end. So yes, no, I did say they'd gone to the wrong direction, but they seemed to cope fairly well. One of them did get a kill, the other one didn't, but maybe they would have had more success going the other way. Anyway, let's have a look at the detail. You can see that Running Hawk fired 32 rounds in that game. He got 12 direct hits, but no penetrations, unfortunately. Splash damage on 21. Damage of 2,189 hit points, of which all of it was at more than 300 meters. He hit 7 of the enemy, but didn't get any kills, but he did get a lot of stun assists, 1,839, and that was off 23 stuns. On a premium count, he actually earned 59,840 credits, and after ammunition resupply, took away 43,680. He picked up 1 bomb for the Confederate and 1,908 XP times 2 for the first victory, took away 3,816 altogether. So a very nice little battle there, very smart. It's actually quite a recent game. At the moment I'm doing a batch of 1.6 replays, and some people actually ask me, oh, why are some of these replays so recent when I sent in a replay that was a few months ago? Well, whenever Wargaming changes the clients, it does slow me down because I have to do a batch of replays all at once from a particular client so that I can speed up the processing. If I tried to do it just one replay from an older batch whilst trying to handle other replays from different batches, it would really slow it down and dreadfully slow it down. And so in order to make it faster, I actually do a batch of replays from a specific client, and these ones are from recent clients, recent games, so I'm pushing these through as quickly as I can. And of course, every time we get trolls or any team kills and that sort of thing, I have to do those as a priority, because obviously we need to alert people that there are these trolls about and what their names are, and that means I have to do a batch of recent replays so they all go together in the same processing. So anyway, if you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like, do subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell. Thanks for watching.